Today I'm going to be talking about the Atlanta Hawks, who just signed Quin Snyder after firing Nate McMillan last week, and my thoughts on this hiring and what I think the Atlanta Hawks could do for the rest of the season. The Hawks as a contending team this year or going forward, unless they can make some big moves. For me, Trae Young is a guy like DeMar DeRozan. While I love DeMar DeRozan, he's my favorite player. He could never get over the hump and lead a team to a deep playoff run that ended in a ring. I don't think Trae Young will ever get to that point where he can lead a team to a ring. I'm sorry if you're a Trae Young fan, but that's just my personal belief. He is too inefficient and he likes to take just crazy shots like early in the shot clock, and I just don't see how that's gonna win you a championship. DeJounte Murray is a lockdown defender, and he can be a really good scorer, but I don't think that he can be the second best player on a championship team. John Collins has struggled recently, in the last couple seasons, and like I wouldn't even say struggled. He just hasn't played as well as I thought that he would. Earlier on in his career, it looked like he was going to be a superstar, but he hasn't progressed into that superstar that everybody thought that he was going to be. So I don't think that this team, combined with this coach, is going to make a deep playoff run this year or next year or the year after if they keep the same core. John Collins, after his breakout 2019-2020 season, his shooting efficiencies and his points per game have both gone down every single season. His points going from 21 to 17 to 16 to this year only 13. And he has just struggled to maintain the hype that was surrounding him after that breakout season. I'm in Utah. I wasn't the biggest fan of Quin Snyder, but he did have good results in the regular season and won a couple playoff series, but he only did win 2 playoff series in 8 years when he did have prime Gordon Hayward and then Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. And also, Donovan Mitchell did start to play better after he left Utah to go to Cleveland. But I do think that Quin Snyder is not a bad coach. He's a solid coach. And there was a lot of tension in that locker room between Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, especially with Gobert's lack of offensive skill and the fact that even though he was a defensive player of the year, that he could not really guard the perimeter. If you got switched on to a guy like Steph Curry or Luka, it's not even like you could guard him a little bit. He just got cooked. So Quin Snyder is not a bad coach, but I don't think that he is enough to save the Hawks from missing the playoffs or losing in the play-in or early in the playoffs. He might get them going on a little bit of a run, but it's not going to be sustainable come playoff time. And if they have to go up against a team like the 76ers, like the Celtics, like the Bucks, that series will end in 4 or 5 games, no more than that. And for the Atlanta Hawks is that they finish the season on a bit of a run, maybe finish in the 7th seed, and it maybe even sneak into the 6th seed to avoid the play-in. But I don't believe that they're going to get past a team like the Bucks, a team like the 76ers, a team like the Celtics. I just don't think it happens. So I think this year ends in more disappointment, and I don't see them getting a lot better going into next season unless they sign a big free agent or make a trade, especially with John Collins, who's supposed to be their number 2, number 3 player, declining each of the last 3 seasons. So honestly, we'll let this play out. We'll see how it goes, but I just don't think this is going to end well for the Atlanta Hawks. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure to subscribe so that you guys can catch more of my content. I'm going to be trying to record more videos in this style of with me talking to the camera instead of just making PowerPoints. So God bless you all, and thank you for watching.